If you're interviewing in Germany, these are the 3 questions that your interviewer will likely ask you. I'll tell you what they are and how to answer them correctly. By the way, you should prepare the answers to all 3 questions before the interview, really in depth, right? You should not be thinking in an interview spontaneously, how do I answer any of this 3? First one, why this company? And ideally, if you're applying for a company, not only for money, because you're interested to work for them, you really need to think about your deep motivation. For some company, maybe it's some correlation with parents. Maybe your parents worked at this company, you always wanted to work with them. For other company, I don't know, maybe like Google or Apple, you fantasized about being a Google or Apple fanboy as a child, and now it's like a dream come true. So first part of why you want to work for the company, it's your own personal motivation. And second part of answering this question is, what's the company known for or currently known for? You know, if it's Google, now they're doubling down on AI, or maybe OpenAI, they were always known for AI. Of course, you have to add this component. You cannot just say, oh, I always wanted to work for Google because of Nexus phones that don't exist for like 10 years. So you need to connect these 2 points, your own personal motivation and interest in that company, plus what the company is known for, the industry and its current advancements in 2025. At this point, you might also want to throw back any recent news about the company, you know, maybe any acquisitions, any developments, and it will score you points. Question number 2, and this is what a lot of candidates get wrong. Why this position / industry? People are normally prepared to why this company, why this position, but industry would kind of throw them off. And people love to ask this. They're like, hey, why consulting? Why ad business? You know, you're a salesperson for Google, but you're working in an ad business. Why ad business? You know, why digital media? How do you answer this? Why this position? Why this industry? It's again a mix of your personal interest, motivation, passion, but now you add some competence. For example, if you're applying for a consulting job and you have a lot of sales experience, you can tie your sales experience into consulting and really show how there are similar skills across both domains. Or if you progress from an engineer to a team lead and now you want to go into tech sales, you're like, hey, I've gained all my social skills being a manager and now I want to put them into better use. And now we're almost crossing boundaries into question 3. And this really gets tricky, because the third question that they always ask is, why are you qualified? And obviously you cannot answer this question the same way you asked the second one, why are you motivated? The way you tackle it, you go into experience and your competence by dividing it into parts and going deep into each one. Let's say you want to switch from consulting to investment banking, and you would say, hey, investment banking top 3 skills are hardworking, client contact, and analytical. And then you would say, well, after 5 years of consulting, I collected exactly these skills. And you would break them down by category, like, hey, hardworking, you know, consulting is known for a lot of hours, blah, 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 blah. Analytical, yes, we did a lot of client data, then we presented it. And client facing, you know, communication, client contact every day, different projects, every 3 months, a new project. And that's how you break down in ACE the 3 most common questions for German interviews. If you want any more tips, feel free to reach out. I'm gonna go grab some chalky milk. See you guys.